Well then, just like many South Africans, Johannesburg residents are feeling the pinch due to the rising cost of living. Newzroom Afrika's Malungelo Booi is in Pimville, Soweto for us tonight. Malu, give us an idea of how people there have been impacted by the rising cost of living and what changes they've had to make possibly to their lifestyles.
Hi, Tembi. In fact, we're now at a household of about 9 people, and the breadwinner here is a 60-year-old. Earlier on, we were in Deep Kloof, where we're talking to an entrepreneur who runs a bakery, and he was actually saying that his weekly electricity bill of about 300 Rand has risen to about 500 Rand, and he was saying essentially that he is battling. So how does then a family of 9 people with a breadwinner who is a 60-year-old survive in these tough economic times? Well, Umama Matsidiso is going to help us understand. Mama, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you, Malungelo?
I'm well. How are you surviving? Everything is up. How are you surviving?
Oh, it's very bad. It's very, very tough for me and the kids that I'm staying with, Malungelo. And this electricity bill, it's so high. And this switching on and off of Eskom, we're really struggling a lot.
You were telling me, Mama, that you now have a gas. You've got 2 gas cylinders, and that they too are actually costing you.
Yes, they are, Malungelo, because a 9 kg, it's costing me about 250. And then, meaning that it's double the amount. So it lasts us for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, because we've got kids here that are going to school. We have to put hot water for them. Sometimes they go to school without, their shirts are not ironed. They just go like that because of electricity is off.
Tell me, you were saying then about cooking sometimes during the day. Tell me, just explain to me how during the day in terms of the cooking.
In terms of cooking, we don't cook at all during the day. We eat bread and we have to warm up water to drink tea, because we are trying to save gas as well, you see. We only cook once in the afternoon for supper for the kids.
Are you thinking of buying yourself another stove? Or because you were saying that you want to buy another stove now.
Exactly. I'm thinking of buying a coal stove, the old ones. Yeah. Yes. Even though the coal it's
dangerous, yeah.
No, it's expensive. Yeah. But it's better because if we have a coal stove, we're going to warm up the whole house. Yeah. We can even buy those old irons and iron clothes for kids. Yeah.
And in terms of solar, I heard you saying that you're dreaming of getting yourself solar because things are just hard.
Of course. If I had money, I was going to put solar on and forget about Eskom, because really it seems as if we are really going to go back to coal stoves because of Eskom, because now and then the cables are stolen, electricity is off, and we have to pay. Yeah. It's a struggle, Malungelo. It's a very big struggle for us.
Thank you so much, Mamane. All right, Tembi, that's Umamo Matsidi. So, I mean, she's a breadwinner in this family, in this household of about about 9 people. And she is essentially saying that she is struggling. And she talks about wanting, in fact, to get herself solar energy into her home because of the electricity and the gas prices that are actually quite high. This is the story, in fact, that's similar for many South Africans as they battle to cope with these high costs of living.